Welcome back to Access Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda. Today I'll be doing a walkthrough and review of Hakkenden 8 Dogs of the East, episode 12. Now, if you remember from last episode, we find out Asukino notices that Shino is hiding something from him. Just putting that out there. However, speaking of Shino, we find out Shino has been lured into a trap by a pervy character that's friends with Kohaku. Yeah, so we're at the brothel that Kohaku works with, and Kohaku is with Shino as well as this pervy character, and this pervy character brings Shino to Kohaku for some random reason. Now, I'm not going to say why, of course. And he pulls a gun out of nowhere. This pervy character pulls a gun, and Shino steps in the way, pushes Kohaku away, and the gun goes off and shoots Shino. So Shino is now dead? Really? Shino dead. I'm not feeling any sympathy here, I don't really care. But anyway, Shino has been shot, but it gets better. Musume emerges out of Shino and devours this pervy character. And I definitely thought that was worth mentioning. And moving on past that, toward the end of the episode, after Kenpachi picks up Shino and brings him to Kei's Inn. Yeah, Shino, get this, he transforms into his 18-year-old self. And again, that's where the episode ends. And I'll hold my final thought and rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. But let's dive right on in. So we open up this episode with Kohaku. I know, right? And we see Kohaku, and she's not feeling good, and she collapses. She's actually talking with her friend called Chitos, or Cheetos. Her friend's name is spelled Chitose, but who cares about that? But anyways, she's talking with her friend Chitos, and they're being good friends, and out of nowhere, Kohaku, she's not feeling good. She collapses. She's still awake, but she collapses. She keeps saying she's thirsty. But for water, I don't think so. I think it's for blood. But again, this is Kohaku we're talking about. She collapses in the brothel with her friend called Chitos, right in front of her friend called Chitos. I definitely thought that was worth mentioning. And guess what? Kohaku's eyes, they're glowing? Since when? Oh, wait a minute. She made that little trade-off with the other Sasuke. Here's the catch. There's always a catch with these dark little trade-offs. Yeah, and again, she is definitely thirsty, but not for water. Now, moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with the other Sasuke, yeah, the Shadow. And he's explaining his little trade-off to, it looks like this nun, which is his mistress per se, or whoever he reports to, or is in pact with. And again, this is the other Sasuke we're talking about. And he's explaining what the trade-off was he made with Kohaku. How hard is it to explain to her that you gave this woman an extra week to live, and it's backfiring on her, because she's slowly dying anyways? You fucked over a screwed woman. If that doesn't make sense, I'll say it one more time. The other Sasuke, which is the Shadow, he fucked over a woman that was already screwed by making a pathetic trade-off, which, I mean, yeah, it's a smart trade-off, but who would be stupid enough to feed into that kind of trade-off? Oh wait, yeah, Kohaku. She did it out of desperation because of Shino, because Shino reminded her of her little brother, or her brother in general. I said little, I forget if she had an older brother or a younger brother, but a brother in general is who Shino reminds her of. Sorry, I digress. Moving on past that, we're taking to another scene with Kohaku, and again, she's back in the brothel, she's in her bedroom, and we see Chitos, her friend, is dead on the floor, and Chitos' blood is everywhere. And we keep hearing Kohaku say, I'm thirsty. It's not for water, it's for blood. That's right, so Kohaku killed her friend Chitos and took the blood out of her because she said she was thirsty. Again, this is because of the pact or the trade-off she made with the other Sasuke. This is the downside to it. But again, that's where we open up with. Moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with Kanam. I know, finally we get to see more of Kanam. I love seeing Kanam. Not really, no, that was me being sarcastic. Sorry, just putting that out there. But again, we open up the scene with Kanam, and he visits Kei's Inn. Yeah, I know, Kei, we haven't seen Kei for a little while either, but anyways, Kanam visits Kei's Inn, and guess what? Kanam notices there's a barrier outside of the inn. What's going on there? And then we see Satomi's little guardian, or the wolf, on top of the building. Something is definitely up, because if you remember correctly, last episode, we saw Satomi. He was being drained of his blood by Musume. Willingly, may I add, willingly, so Shino can live, I guess, something along those lines. Now, mentioning of Satomi brings up a lot of questions, but let me say something about Satomi real quick. So Satomi is bleeding, and he's in bed with Shino. Okay, questions. Why? Satomi, you're not gay, are you? Huh? No, I know. I'm pulling that out of my ass, because I was looking for a reaction. No reaction. Anyways, we open up this scene with Satomi, and he's bleeding, of course, but he's in bed with Shino. What? I just really did not understand that scene. However, before we get any questions or anything like that, we're taken to a little flashback with Kohaku, and it's a blah. Blah. Who cares? This is Kohaku we're talking about. She's not even going to live to see her next birthday. But anyways, we do a little flashback with Kohaku, and eventually she does wake up, and she notices blood. Yeah, she wakes up, and she notices blood, and she feels thirsty. Like I said before, she wants blood. Not water, she wants blood. So it's kind of ironic, in my opinion. And moving on past that, now we see Shino's true form. Finally, yeah, we're taken back to the inn. We get to see Shino. We see his true form. He is 18 years old, not 20. I thought he was a 20-year-old. No, he's actually 18. Now, the reason why I thought he was 20, because remember, he was technically introduced to Satomi 5 years ago, if that makes any sense. So 5 years ago is where that plague happened to his village, where he got Mursame. So that was 5 years ago. Now, I thought 5 years ago he was 15, but I was wrong. So apparently 5 years ago, Shino was not 15. But presently in the anime series, he is 18. So if you do the math, 8 minus 5, add an extra 1, and that's how old he actually is. So that makes sense. But sorry, I digress. Moving on past that, he looks better. Shino looks better. He's now an 18-year-old. He's in his 18-year-old body. And Satomi tells Shino, as well as anyone else that's in the room, this form is temporary. And my first reaction was, we'll see. Because you know what? I like Shino's new form. Shino's new form is nice. It's more logical. I know I said logical. I mean, it's more unique because he's now an adult. People can take him seriously. There's no more of this bullshit that he's a kid, doesn't know what he's talking about. No, he is an adult. So, I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. But remember, Satomi points out this transformation is only temporary. And that's kind of a slap on the face if it is. Now, out of nowhere, Kei and Genpachi show up out of nowhere at the hotel or the inn. I know. I was like, why? All the characters are coming together under one roof. What does this mean? It gets better. So we're taking to another little cutscene with Genpachi, and Genpachi is giving us a little brief amount of information. Apparently, he confirms that Kohaku's true identity to Satomi. So this is Genpachi. Again, Genpachi is sharing interesting information with us, but he's talking to Satomi one-on-one, and he's telling Satomi, Kohaku? Yeah, her true identity. It's kind of interesting. Apparently, her village was actually the one that was held hostage 3 years ago. Everyone died, and there was this whole hostage situation, so it's been confirmed that that's the girl that Satomi saved. Really? So the pieces are starting to come together on who the hell, Kohaku really is. And again, Genpachi also points out that Chidos, Kohaku's friend, her body has been found and she has been murdered. And Kohaku is missing. Now, that was the brief amount of information he shared with us. Kind of shocking, a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's nice her identity has been confirmed, so Satomi does know who she is. But at the same time, she's now branded a murderer, or at least a suspect in her friend's murder. So that's not really good. So we are taking to a little cutscene with Kei. And again, he walks into the hotel or the inn with Genpachi, and he is shocked to see Shino. Yeah, Shino's true form. And it's like, wait a minute. He kicks Genpachi out. You're like, wait, why did Kei kick Genpachi out? Apparently, Kei fears that Shino is Genpachi's type. Like, what? So, Kei thinks that Genpachi is into boys, or in this case, is gay? That's pretty much what he was saying. He was spelling that out, and to avoid having this kind of situation go any further, Kei kicks Genpachi out and says, okay, we're done with the questions, we're done talking with everyone, get out of here, go. So he kicks Genpachi out of the room. I was like, what? I just do not get that. That was an hilarious scene. Seriously? Genpachi into Shino? Maybe as a pedophile when Shino was a little child, but now that Shino is 18, it feels more right. I mean, it does feel wrong, because I don't like seeing that within a certain anime series, but at the same time, I do think Genpachi does deserve a right to be happy now that his woman has been dead for how many years, and he is a demonic character. All of a sudden, he can't really die. He can't inflict pain on himself without healing, so he always re-heals himself. He's got a lot of good perks. Why not let him be happy? I mean, Shino is legally 18. I mean, why not? That's just me spewing more crap. So sorry. If you don't like that, obviously thumbs down it. But Genpachi does deserve a right to be happy. But still, Shino? Okay, I would be scared as well. I mean, you kind of wondering what's Genpachi's type, huh? Just putting that out there. I would have thought he'd be more to Satomi. I mean, Satomi's more kind of on the same level as Shino in the cuteness category. If I actually wanted to go there, but I'm not. Moving on past that, we are taking a little cutscene with Kohaku, and she heads to the church and she runs into Sasuke. I know, perfect timing, right? Now, Shino is also up. He asks Satomi if he can leave to, go visit Sasuke. Satomi basically says, no, you shouldn't go anywhere. I'm telling you, don't go anywhere. He says, screw it. So again, Shino tells Satomi, I'm going to the church and I'm going to see Sasuke. I got to show him my new transformation and blah, blah, blah. If you remember correctly, Kohaku, she's at the church with Sasuke. And guess what? Shino leaves the end and he's actually heading toward the church, which I definitely thought that was worth mentioning. And it gets better and better. Kohaku, she's face to face with Satomi. That's right, Satomi goes with Shino, and the whole gang yet again is underneath one roof. We see Satomi face to face with Kohaku, and there's the nostalgia that Kohaku was looking for and waiting for. I mean, that was the cute guy she wanted to say thank you or at least see again before she died. And she did finish her conversation up with Sasuke, and it looks like Kohaku was about to give her cross back that Shino gave her, because she is about to die. Her week's just about up. So we're taking to a little cutscene with Kohaku yet again, and she's transforming. It looks like into an angel, but her wings are, I don't know, it looks like it's a rock form that's coming out of her back. So her wings look like they're a rock formation, but she looks like a demonic angel. So Kohaku, her week is up, and she's transforming into this weird looking monster. It looks like an angel, and it gets better. Shino appears out of nowhere after Satomi. Of course, Satomi appeared first, then Shino appears with his katana, which is Musume, and he's ready to slay. Yeah, Kohaku. I was like, what? I'm sorry, this gave me a headache. I'm like, this scene did not make any sense. So we find out Shino, he slays Kohaku. We don't get to see it, of course, but he's getting ready to slay her. They say their goodbyes in their own way. And Kohaku has been slain. Yeah, she's been slain. I just don't understand that. I mean, we don't even get to see her die. He basically puts her to rest in his own ways, in a respectful manner. I'm like, okay, that's nice, that's understandable. But still, we get cheated off of seeing Kohaku's death. What? Fucking A. Screwed us over. Fuck you. I was waiting for an epic fight, an epic battle with her new fucking form. No, we do not get to see that, so that is definitely a ripoff. Moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with the other Sasuke. And apparently he's pointing out he didn't get Kohaku's other eye. So did he get an eye to begin with? I think so. I think Kohaku gave one of her eyes to Sasuke, and he already has one of her eyes, but he didn't get her other eye. At least that's what I got from that episode, but correct me if I'm wrong, but it does appear like this other Sasuke, the Shadow, has Kohaku's other eye, but he doesn't have the set. He only has one of the two. And so sad, too bad. You should have had a contract written down. Says, I get your eyes after you kick the bucket. Oh wait, you don't have one. Okay, so you're fucked. I'm sorry, just putting that out there. And again, toward the end of the episode, we get to see Shino and Sasuke wants to tell Shino, maybe we should go see Hamaji to show your new form to her. And before he's ready to go, Shino transforms back into a child, and that's where the episode ends. And as for my final thoughts, well, first of all, is Genpachi gay? Tell me now, damn it! You tell me fucking now. Is Genpachi gay? Plain and simple. And that ends it for my final thoughts. Nothing special there. As for my rating, 3 out of 5. I'm giving this a 3 out of 5 instead of a 3.5. The fight scenes, come on, we were fucking ripped off. Plain and simple. I'm not going to go into detail there, but again, final rating, 3 out of 5. And again, that ends it for my walkthrough review of Hakkenden 8 Dogs of These episode 12. But definitely comment down below, let me know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Definitely subscribe. Check me out on Twitter and follow me if you like. But again, guys, let me know if you like this episode. Let me know if things can happen in the next episode that's actually coming out. Again, guys, that ends it for now. I gotta hit the bricks and I gotta go. And before I go, I gotta say it, and I always say it. You can't stop the access. You can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.